Warriors to wrap it up with the Dubs. 5-1 in the. And the Warriors first. Moses Moody, Will Richard, Jimmy Butler, and Quentin Pope. Moody, mid-range fade. Jimmy Butler the rebound, trying to bank it home. Quentin Post, a third opportunity. No, he fouled as he pushed off.
Well, Wiggins was on him trying to box him out. He had the right idea, and again, it's the switch. You just don't want to do too much.
Davion Mitchell with Norman Powell, Pello Larson, Andrew Wiggins, and Bam Adebayo. Bam has been rolling the last three, but he throws that away. Jimmy Butler, great steal. Steph. And Larson get a piece of that. The Miami Heat, 4 turnovers in an entire NBA game against a team that forces the most turnovers. Adebayo has been shooting threes, 13 of his last 23, missing there. And Will Richard blocking Larson from behind. And then Richard 3. The Clippers, he's averaging 23 a game. Great three-point shooter, but Larson couldn't follow that in, and then tipped in by Andrew Wiggins.
It's pace the Heat want. Can you play with it? Can you attack when you get a chance and get back when they're running?
Larson inside, and Curry will pick up the foul.
Yeah, that pump fake worked. He had inside position there. He's just going to power up. Reasons is because they haven't gotten to the free throw line at all. It's a good sign for Spoelstra to see Larson at the free throw line as he makes the first one. When you see a team isn't doing something well, like not having road games, that means, well, they could be due. You don't want to let that happen on you.
You have to defend that three. And Steph, hop back iron there. Post with another opportunity. So the Dubs start 0 for 5 here. That ball kicked.
But you saw how Adebayo switched on to Steph. They're not too shabby.
And the Heat are 4th best defending the three.
And the Warriors defended 3-ball too, so something's got to give.
There's going to be a lob, and Jimmy smartly just came down and then went back up.
That's why they love him out there. The 3-ball eventually is going to start falling for him, but he's making great decisions, playing great basketball.
Post left his feet there and has already picked up 2 fouls. And I will ask the same.
Be that way. And Bam Adebayo has that quickness advantage. He has the know-how. Those guys that really studies the game. He knows exactly who he's going against, what he can use.
A gain of 23 on threes.
And that's what I'm saying. Don't sleep on his 3-ball from the corners. Right. He loves those corners.
Fine, they already have 4 free throws. That is always the way it works.
Right.
And then Quentin Post
to the better defensive teams in the league. One of the most physical ones.
Moody.
Mitchell misses it.
He just takes it from Davion Mitchell. Bam never left his feet. Jimmy Butler had to earn that. And it just takes a pump fake.
Well, you have to expect that. Expect them to get back, be right on you. You got to have your entire repertoire on display against this team.
There's Bam. And if he's shooting 3, as opposed to him taking Quentin Post inside with Post having the 2 fouls. QP for 3, and he can hurt you out there.
Okay. If QP starts hitting that 3 towards even more.
So 2 good defensive teams, 2 well-coached teams, 2 very deep teams. With no call with that collision there between Larson, and it was not a charge. And that was incidental versus illegal contact. Post missing the turnaround.
Post up, take the bull by the horn, got a hand on that one. Yeah, Davion Mitchell, so small.
Wiggins for 3. Quentin Post, easiest rebound of the night. I didn't mention Miami's tempo, and you can feel it. And Butler right to the rim.
Well, you can score or have to use the whole shot clock. If you see awkward closeout happening, your man is not in good position like Bam Adebayo wasn't. You got to take advantage.
And Powell can score at every level. You got respected at the 3-point
all the way home.
Step back. Off iron there.
You can see.
They're going to need him tonight because Melton's coming off 24, not playing. Draymond's been great on the homestand, not playing. And Guy Santos gets you a lot. Moody for 3. Moses, how to hit that? That went off the neck.
That looked weird, right?
And then Wiggins will draw the blocking foul, lay it up and in.
Yeah, he sidestepped him. I've always said it's really hard to draw a charge in that situation with guys Euro stepping around you. Andrew Wiggins, position, open court, so and all these wings have that in their games now.
So GP2 in. And as small as the Warriors are going to be tonight, Gary and Moody, along with Pajemski and others, have to have a game. And how about Pajemski putting it in and drawing the foul?
The Warriors are getting intentional about pushing it themselves.
Throw it up, because Spoelstra then can go zone and all these other exotic things that Miami does.
It's smart.
Well, Pajemski completes the three. Powell all the way to the rim.
He's just got so much know-how right now.
He will be a free agent at the end of the year, and he will be coveted. Pajemski off back ice in.
Powell's about to be super paid.
Adebayo's got Pajemski on a switch. Steph came to double Larson on the baseline.
If you're going to double from there, he came off of Larson than that.
So Steve Kerr going to use the timeout. Steph, after the timeout, you leave Curry open for three. That'll work.
They just weren't ready to defend. Coach Spoelstra turned around. He is frustrated with that.
He's going to sub somebody in. Jaime Jaquez Jr., his first playing time. Jaquez with Trace Jackson-Davis making sure to get all the way to the rim. Shot clock at 5 now. Wiggins will be fouled shooting a three, and Steph commits the foul.
Steph is shaking his head. He's kind of smiling. Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins hit that game winner against Bonus.
It's 3 free throws. It's the second foul on Steph.
I thought he had the right idea there. He just got a little too close to him there. And Andrew Wiggins made sure he
led the team in three-point shooting that year. More than Steph, 22 championship season with the highest three-point shooting percentage.
And he might have led the team in smiles that year.
Trace Jackson-Davis is fouled. You can scan the QR code if you got any talent. Trace missing both free throws there. 2, Trace Jackson-Davis, Steph, and Pajemski. Mentioned 3 of the top 9 Warriors are out tonight, so rotations will be different. Wiggins. Great contest by GP2. Better rebound by Davion Mitchell. Mitchell's become a 40% three-point shooter, and right on cue, drops it in.
You see offensive rebound, and they hit a three. It's a great time to shoot a three. The defense is kind of discombobulated after they get the rebound.
Curry is going to get to the line. He had already shot 8 free throws, so Steph.
That lob, so made way for Steph.
Since 1946, anytime you franchise anything with the Dubs, it's incredibly impressive.
Yeah, it's the taste of their own medicine.
Fontecchio getting his first playing time. Good perimeter shooter. Jaquez down low. Davion Mitchell hit 1-3. Missing there. Fontecchio with the rebound to put it up and in. Against OKC, 111 shots to the Thunder, 77.
Yeah, that's big.
33 second chance points. GP2 somehow maintained possession there. They know who Buddy Hield is. Did not let him squeeze off that three. Pajemski just dribbled it off.
Won it all.
Norman Powell facing up against GP2 to begin the second quarter. Jaquez Jr. bottoming the three.
So double teaming Norman Powell shooting team. You got to get to those shooters. Rotate.
Moody out of the corner. He was fouled on that three.
So we've had a few of these. We're fouling three-point shooters. Norman Powell, solid defense.
Play the Heat.
That is. That is pretty cool. Those writing songs? Are you composing? No, he's like, no, I'm just learning how to play certain songs. And it's kind of a way for me to. This dude is. You talk about a multifaceted human being.
I love Moses Moody. Always credit Ronan Kareem. Every time I see him, I always say, what a fine young man you raised.
Raised the great
one of our favorites. Norman Powell. Face up on GP2. Oh, man, he is something. Wiggins has 11.
He's kind of got a smaller defender on him. It feels like he can rise up after just showing it to him.
Steph set it up for Post and dropped in the three.
Okay, Quentin Post is shooting now. 2 for 2 from that he is.
Perfect play-by-play. Nope. You mentioned over
taking care of it last game. That was because they struggled the game before. And Spoelstra made sure he addressed that.
So Post, the decision maker. How was a little Draymond Jr. right there as he set up GP.
In this league, Warriors back in his zone. You mentioned all the different connections. Both of these coaches are familiar with their coaching style, so it's always a chess match with these two.
Right off the bench, we have Drew Smith at that corner percent from D.
Well, him and Davion Mitchell are kindred spirits. Like, they'll pick up full court. Now you see the zone the Heat are in.
Quentin Post bottled up and didn't lose his patience. Got it around to Pajemski. A lot of the decision making in the lane. Lob, and Ware did well to catch it. Pajemski did well not to give up a dunk. And then they come up with a
seed. If you're fronting, push him back as far as you can.
Play Steph off the ball a little bit with Smith and Davion Mitchell just in his jersey the whole time. Pajemski setting up GP2. Powell's such a good defender. Ricochet right to Brandon. Oh, he's going to be called for an offensive foul as he laid that in. Pajemski did the right thing attacking, but for 5 years in the NBA, 91 playoff games and 2 NBA final games. And there are these lobs to Ware. He's tough to just pause.
He saw Quentin Post just cheat off of Ware.
Both teams have 20 points in the paint. Pajemski floater, and he got it.
And that may be where you want to three ball really well. And the worst part of the Heat's defense is guarding inside.
Got to run Powell off the three-point line. And he had made that. Just start the 80, just threw it behind him.
He's drifting away.
Moody missing that three. Quentin Post, an offensive rebound. Pajemski the open three. Batted back out. Curry the third time around. And the Heat are just 40. Warriors have been shooting the three so well the last three, and you just get worried about game number 4 as Powell is fouled.
And they've gone a little cold lately here. And again, Powell, he's coming off the bench. He's the star. He's not
Championship against the Warriors.
He's not fazed by any role. He's like, I could be a star in any role. Being there for 4 years really helped in his growth. And it was the right move for him. But with Kentucky guys, a lot of times we don't need all those 4 years. That's just kind of how it goes. I know you struggle to accept this fact.
Spencer with Moody, Al, and Jimmy Butler. Horford missing there. Moody just guides it home. Moses.
Warriors need a big part of the Warriors' arsenal. They only have 4 second chance points, though.
Ware inside. Pajemski took it away with Pat Spencer. Spencer running with Brandon. Pods will D-cell and a floater. Pajemski's got 7. I like that.
Across the court while you're running like that. It gave Pods the angle there.
Smith did that one corner 3. Larson will rock into a triple. And now Horford. I like the way Al's defensive rebounding. You don't have to bring some rebounding into your life.
You're defending the 3-ball well, too. They're having a tough time finding some high percentage ones.
Well, the Heat are 5 of 17. Warriors are 5 of 16. That one knocked out of
their running and threw it over to him. He was like, great news again. I can attack.
And it's little things for even high school, college players. Brandon had his eyes up and was looking at the ball. You know, he wasn't just running, saying, oh, Pat's got the ball. He was aware of it. And that one, 24-second violation. But I mean, that's the NBA you do because you're the best in the world. Montecchio halfway down and out. Horford and really well. Jimmy Butler initiated some contact. Moody for 3. Moses! Man, has he been on one shooting threes the last 4.
No problem, unfazed.
He was 15 of 23 coming in, and he's 2 of 4 tonight. Moody from 3-point land's been spectacular. Out of bio, deflected by Pajemski.
And that's what happens when on-ball defense.
Al of 27 on threes. There's hot, and then there's red hot. Out of bio missing there. Montecchio will track it down. Will Richards steals that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Brandon Schwab doesn't have a foul, and he's going to give the Heat the ball? Come on now. The whole thing is to that should be the proximate.
Junior, like I have the opportunities I have today because of what he fought for. He fought for justice, equality, the civil rights movement. His legacy is still alive and well.
There was a foul on Davion Mitchell. Mitchell driving and flipping up the mid-range around and out. And Buddy Hield getting the rebound is critical. Got a Heat team that had 33 second chance points against OKC.
And non-step minutes, Jimmy Butler, time to regulate.
Up Butler flipping that up and out. Fontecchio fighting. Yeah, the Warriors won that challenge because of the proximate foul rule, by the way. Mitchell is the one fouling Will Richard. Warriors throw that one away on the out of bounds. Bam Adebayo. Flipping it up and in is Pelle Larsson. Bam.
You always say that.
Well, it's like Ja Morant, Demetrius Jamel. I mean, people need to know their full names.
That's true. So 6 points off Warriors turnovers. They're still winning that points off turnover battle.
Horford corner 3, and Fontecchio good box out, but Will Richard, give me that! Oh, then he missed the layup. Oh, Will will want that back. Ticked off iron. Wiggins, the tornado move. We've seen that before. Look out. It's a rough 4-point swing. He had the layup there. Wiggins layup on the other end. Warriors' biggest lead has been 5. Heat's biggest lead has been 7. Buddy wide left on that 3. A little more. Larson on Horford will pick up the foul.
And if you can get the ball in the middle, move the ball around, really make that defense work. That zone, you're kind of just playing. Playing defense in the NBA is so hard. A three-point shooting team. Tonight they're 5 of 18. Bad news first.
Well, the bad news is that Steph Curry is 1 of 4 shooting and has only 5 points. The good news is you have the lead.
There you go.
Buddy Hield hitting the 3.
Sure. They're all focused on him, grabbing the defense. He's trying to make plays for others.
Maybe on Mitchell on Will Richard. Maybe on will pick up the foul on Richard. Yeah. I'm saying if you're Spoelstra, like Curry has points, he averages 28 a game, you're like, hey, we're getting it done. Oh, wait, the Warriors are
now. Can you string some stops together?
So Wiggins, 18 points. Jimmy, 15. A revisit of the trade. This is Andrew Wiggins' first trip back to Chase since the trade. And
doing that so far. He wants to have a big second half.
Steph Curry in the passing lane. Beautiful steal. And Jimmy Butler averages 13 a game against Miami. That is the lowest of any opponent in his career as Moody is fouled by Norman Powell.
And he's been super aggressive in this one. Getting 15 points and resolute like this.
Steph and Quentin Post working up top. Steph had it knocked away. Post with the pretty good hands initially, and then Powell with the steal. This turnover becomes a 3-on-1. Moody going to commit the foul and make Powell earn it.
It's a good foul. Who are they going to give this turnover to?
Rose. He's got 13.
Norman Powell, I think even more in the second half.
Powell 1 of 2. Just Moody hustling back, committing that foul. 3 on none. Draymond Green, no D'Anthony Melton, no Quentin Post. Or no, excuse me, no Guy Santos. There's Quentin Post working on Adebayo and playing the D after the Butler turnover. And Powell for 3. Bam wins that battle on the glass. That's his first field goal.
Bam Adebayo is attacking. You kept your vertical. They get another steal here.
But the Warriors just come out of the halftime locker room throwing the ball away.
Warriors are getting stops initially, but the Heat are just staying with it.
Adebayo missing that 3, and Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler's just got to make sure he doesn't leave his feet with nowhere to go when he's driving.
The Heat's last win was against Oklahoma City. Steph Curry flipping it up and in. This begins a 5-game, 7-day trip for Miami. Longest road trip of the year. Davion Mitchell missing that 3. Moody with the rebound.
Take it myself. Again, get a switch.
We're going to shoot a 3. It's a little flat. Davion Mitchell, nice drive, and Curry with the foul. That will be his 3rd.
I told you, defending without fouling is going to get much tougher in this second half.
Davion Mitchell, a couple free throws, courtesy of Kia.
Guys that are defensive-minded first. And for him, he's just going, yeah, I'm defensive-minded, but I got to be a threat offensively.
Last 20 seconds of the first half, when the Warriors did not take the last shot, had left you with a bad taste heading into halftime. The first 2.5 minutes of the third have been all Miami here. The lead is trimmed to 1. Will Richard catch and shoot 3. Steph's got 8 assists. Will Richard dropping in another triple.
And you got a turnover here.
So the Warriors take advantage. Butler on Wiggins. A 2-man game with Steph. Switch sides to Richard, made 1-3. Bring that one out. Turner 11 of 29 from deep. The Heater 7 of 25. Larson driving, hanging, and finishing.
They're relentless with their drop.
Ever trying to set up post. Caballo, very good defender there, made him give it up. Jimmy, shot clock at 7. They step around and he will get to the line.
It looked like he was initially going to shoot it, but as time as you can when you're spotting up there. And if your teammate's willing to just sacrifice, not get a stat, set that screen, that makes it.
Gives them the open look, and what a difference in percentage.
And Warriors tend to do that. A lot of teams that just doesn't happen. You're not making that baseline, hoping the ball comes your way, but man, you don't get any stat there. Just make yourself useful. Set that screen.
Butler hits both free throws. He's 5 of 5, got 17. Davion Mitchell into Wiggins. Oh, Steph's got rocked. That's an offensive foul. Wiggins ran him over.
He just never came to a stop, never got stationary setting that screen. Ran through Steph, but Steph is built for it. I've actually given myself credit because he's got black ones on. It's kind of hard to see from here, but I got a good angle. I got a good angle of it real quick.
Curry with the left hand. Butler tipped it up and out. And Adebayo starts to break the Wiggins. Step around, and Wiggins misfiring there. Long rebound out to Mitchell. Powell breaking the paint right to the lane.
He knew he was going to drop the ball before the ball got kind of swung to him. His defender kind of had a bad angle to cut him off. He's going.
Jamski working up top with Jimmy. Returns it. Jimmy, what a catch. Butler is holding onto that knee. And that did not look good at all.
You just hope for him that it's not serious, but man, prayers up.
Steph Curry missing that 3 ball because Jimmy Butler's out for any length of time. The Warriors season is done for a while. So Podziemski in post, Steph Curry with Moody and GP2. Couple nice pump fakes, and he will draw the foul in the NBA.
Absolutely.
And, you know, a guy rolls an ankle, okay, that happens. If you see someone go down and grab your knee, tickets, 2 hot dogs and 2 drinks for tomorrow against Toronto at Warriors.com. Warriors on a back-to-back. The Raptors just lost to the Lakers in L.A. That was yesterday. Missing that 3-quick post. Good strong.
How's your mental toughness?
Playing without Melton, you're playing without Draymond, you're playing without Keith Santos. But Brandon Podziemski hitting a 3, and the Heat will take time.
It looks like he's pointing at the Heat bench. Got a nice little screen there from Quentin Post. They best
cover from the Butler significant injury. And you still got to play a game. Davion Mitchell missing that 3. Podziemski trying to get a little contact the other way. Marquez into the paint, and an offensive foul. Brandon got down there to take the charge.
Guess who? He got him again. A sneak up on him.
Step on Marquez, step back 3. Curry got the triple. He's got 16.
You like Steph's efficiency. He's taking advantage of his opportunities now.
Wiggins. Cycle around to Hopkins for 3. That's flat. Step rebound in motion. Lead pass Podziemski. And Brandon laying it in. What a play!
Well, Steph didn't even, he let him beautifully throw it over his head. Let him run under it.
Curry's got 9 assists. That was spectacular. Davion Mitchell. Flipping it up and out. Air ball goes to the offense. Adebayo trying to come out with it. Shot clock at 5. No reset. Wiggins straight ahead 3, rattling out the Warrior D. Bringing together stops right now. GP2 laying it up and in.
GP2 just ran to that free throw line, and he posted up Andrew Wiggins. He had him sealed. Look at Steph Curry. He loves it. What did you just do? I cannot believe how sad with Jimmy Butler because the way they're playing, you're having visions of what could they do this year?
Exactly. As Khalil Ware knocks that down. I mean, they're 11 just playing spectacular basketball on both ends. Post off the Podziemski delivery. QP for 3.
Keep the flow going. He's picked. Why miss?
Montecchio missing there. Hopkins hold down that rebound. Montecchio, Steph runs him off the line. And then there is life out of the building for a second. Then the Warrior players responded and have built the lead here.
They've shown their mental toughness. They're outscoring the Heat from behind the three-point line by 18 points. That helps.
He will start the fourth quarter.
Plus 7 points off turnovers.
Shot clock at 5. Post caught that deflected pass. Moody out of the corner to beat the buzzer. Moses. Oh, man, is he shooting threes. He came in 15 of 23, and he's 3 of 6 tonight.
He just keeps it going.
Foul. Oh, man, right to where? Throw it anywhere in that radius.
Well, let it fly.
We're sitting there going 18 of 29. Steph Curry. He drops in a 3. He's 5 of 9.
Well, you know, Steph's always going to let it fly. He's looking at the bench after that one.
Powell answers in his own right. Pocket pass to Quinn. Oh, for the left hand.
Did you see how he just kept Khalil Ware at bay? You'll come this far and no more. And Steph and him working together as Khalil Ware stayed up.
6 Warriors in double figures. Fontecchio to the rim. They have attempted OKC. You get nervous. All these pocket passes. That one GP2 couldn't quite handle. Aka's running it back with Fontecchio. And he will take the foul and lay it up and in.
GP2 kind of took his eye off of that. That was actually, it looked like a good pass.
You don't have Butler, you don't have Steph, and you got a long way to go in this game. Where do you find your points and how do you keep executing? Post on Ware.
I was about to say, he's trying to drive past Khalil Ware. Little movement. You're trying to run something everybody knows. You go split action, you go pick and roll.
Go through the man in the middle. And now floating it up and in.
Well, he's got to lift the score. Confidence level goes way up when he's out there.
Will Richard and Pajewski playing with Moody. Along with Horford and Buddy Hield. Steph has 5 fouls. Shot clock at 3. Buddy's got to make something out of nothing. And he did! He got by Wiggins to put it up.
I cannot believe that just happened. Buddy Hield is capable.
Wiggins working on Richard. And this, all right, be Steve Kerr for me. When are you bringing Steph back in with 5 fouls? Buddy Hield. But it's a 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the Warriors keep playing like this, you're buying them time. Maybe bring Steph in around like 4 minutes.
Buddy went full gunslinger there.
Yeah.
He was
wild. He's playing an awful game by his standards.
He's been averaging 27 a game the last 3.
He just hasn't had an impact on this one.
Shot clock at 4. Pajewski trying to get around Fontecchio to lay it up and in.
He put just enough in.
18.
Warriors have 48 points in the paint. Driving in there.
Wiggins still scoreless in this bid. Almost 25% of their missed shots. I mean, that's how many offensive rebounds they had.
Warriors have overcome that so far. Around it.
Waiting to get that switch on Pella Larson. Pajewski! Oh, man! Brandon in the fourth quarter.
He's 4th with the Heat bench after he scores.
12 unanswered since Steph picked up his 5th foul. And then Wiggins had to take it away.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of smile
all year. They're 11 and 4 coming in, and now Pajewski is fouled.
Yeah. Warriors, good play. And the celebration, too. There's some high degree of difficulty.
Are you kidding me on that last one?
Like that one. We've seen him do a lot with grenades.
Oh, no. Another one? He did! Oh, it's Pajewski's night. The bench is going nuts. Oh, man.
He's saying anybody can get it. No matter who's stepping in front of him, he can't wait to shoot the next one.
Drive and the pass inside is they have emptied the bench in Miami here. Nikola Jovic flipping it up and in. He is one consonant away from being the Buddy Hield and Pajewski. Maybe they don't have to bring Steph back in at all.
It seems that way.
5 fouls.
I told you, if they keep playing like this, it's Pajewski.
I was going to say, that would have brought the house board last 8 for the Warriors.
I told you, if they kept playing like this, they were buying Steph more time. They bought him all the time.
So Miami, this begins their road trip as Myron Gardner out of Arkansas contract dropped in that three.
They have to figure out this offensive thing on the road. They've struggled there. They got to the free throw line this game, and they still didn't get their normal production off it.
By Leones, who had been down at Santa Cruz, same thing with LJ Cryer. Getting an NBA opportunity here. We saw Cryer in the preseason. Missing the jumper there. He's not. Leones 3 years at Bradley. Cryer 2 years at Houston. Both coaches emptying the benches. Drew Smith is fouled.
And that's the other thing about the Warriors tonight. At times there were some struggles defensively when it comes to defending without.
He throws from California Community Colleges. A game. He played 6 games for the Thunder last year.
Well, that's what it's about in the G League. You go there with a great attitude, work on your game.
Trace. I tell you, Pat Spencer sets up Trace Jackson Davis so well.
He seems to know when to make the passes.
Gardner with the step back.
But that's the thing for the Warriors, too. If we have a rest in this fourth quarter, well, hopefully he's ready to go tomorrow.
You're not going to have Al Horford tomorrow, but hopefully you have Anthony Melton. Hopefully you have Draymond. I don't know about Keith Santos. Fire had that knocked away, and it's off of. And that's a team that came from 12 down in the fourth and then beat the Warriors in overtime in Toronto. And now the 1-point loss to the Clippers, the overtime loss to Toronto. I mean, out of the 2 of the 4 losses, made you grind your teeth.
That's it. But this is going to be your 6th win on this homestand. I mean, if you told us the Warriors are going to go 6-2 on the homestand, you would have taken it already pretty good. But the Warriors are going to get greedy now.
Pat Spencer to beat the buzzer. Profit. Well, they're going to win. Trace Jackson Davis, nice steal. 4 games in a row for the first time all year. They moved to 17-6 at home. 12-4 in your last 16. Stan.
Isn't that how life works? Everybody's feeling great. You're finally playing well, and then Jimmy Butler goes down, and life deals you some adversity. It's how do you deal with it?
LJ Cryer dropping in a 3. Well, the issue in the NBA, too, guys that kind of run the world on teams and just they're the best players. And you know, when Steph Curry had the broken hand, the Warriors had a 15-win season. Like it just there's no substitute for our league. They're just not. You look at Indiana with Tyrese Halliburton. You look at Boston without Jason Tatum. I mean, it impacts your franchise in such a huge way. Cryer again, curling that out. So the Warriors, they did it in the fourth quarter behind Brandon Pajemski. Steph Curry went to the bench with 5 fouls, and they won it going away. And there was a foul with 2 seconds left here, and you don't need that. Now they will win 4 in a row for the first time all year, and they will await the medical report on Jimmy Butler. That one is thrown in. It's going to count at the buzzer. They'll change that final score to 135-112.
Why not?
And that's the first 3 in Trace Jackson Davis' career.
Yeah. This would be a feel-good night if it wasn't for the Jimmy Butler injury. You say your prayers for Jimmy Butler.